Hi, my name is Brenda, and I'm a Human Development and Family Studies graduate student at OSU. I work as a graduate research assistant with Dr. Megan Pratt and the Oregon Child Care Research Partnership, OCCRP. The timeline project I'm sharing began last year when I was also a Hallie Ford Family Policy Group Let's Family Policy Fellow. My co-authors represent both the OCCRP and the Family Policy Group. There are links at the bottom of the poster for more information about those groups. Our poster is a timeline of Oregon's child care policy responses during the first 6 months of the COVID-19 pandemic. Things were changing so quickly in those first few months, and we were hearing a lot about families' child care challenges and also about efforts to support both families and child care providers. The timeline's a way to visualize some of those program and policy responses alongside the state actions that were closing and reopening child care and schools and businesses. You can click on the hyperlinks throughout the document for more information. We hope that this timeline can be used as a conversation starter. There are a lot of ways that the information in the timeline might be meaningful to you in your role working with children and families. First, Oregon's child care policy responses and federal stimulus funds, like those from the CARES Act, have probably helped families that you know. For example, maybe you know families that use ERDC, Oregon's Employment-Related Daycare Subsidy Program, and that have benefited from the zero copay policy. The timeline's a great way to learn more about those types of changes. I'm also sharing a second document with you that focuses on the benefits of 4 COVID-19 emergency childcare policies from the perspectives of parents and childcare providers who participate in the ERDC program. This document brings some of those policies in the timeline to life and deepens our understanding of childcare policy responses during the pandemic. We'd love to hear your thoughts about these two documents. What questions do you have? What thoughts do they bring up for you, especially as you're thinking about the work that you do with children and families? One of my favorite things about OPEC is the opportunity to ask you all, as professionals who work with children and families, about some of the topics that we're working on. So we know that there are barriers to accessing self-sufficiency programs like ERDC and SNAP, and we want to learn more about what those barriers are and also about the families who are experiencing them. How are the families you know using self-sufficiency programs, and what barriers are preventing them from accessing that support? I look forward to hearing any thoughts or questions you might have. Please send me a message in the chat. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out our work, and I hope you have a great time at OPEC.